Ago. Welcome to African Linizi, the African drum, a message from Papa Africa. The African drum has been in existence for millenniums. It is one of the magnificent and majestic instruments invented thousands of years ago by our African ancestors. Well, let me divulge a secret. The beating of the drum was and still is a means of communication today. The melodious sound that emanates from beating the African drum is at times so poignantly irresistible it can temporarily induce shock waves through the body to transit one into a state of relaxation. It can induce shock waves that release reciprocity, and it can trigger endorphins through dance without having an ounce or a drop of alcohol in the bloodstream, which is indicative proof the African does not have to be inebriated to genuinely laugh out loud happily. It's part of their DNA. The melodious sound that emerges from the beating of the African drum is so powerful it can humble grown men or women to tears or into deep self-introspection. I put it to you, Papa Africa says, one of the things not talked much about today is that the beating of the African drum has a vital purpose. It is an effective means of transmitting encoded messages to and from specific locations throughout the African kingdom. Transmitting encoded messages to and from a specific location was the foundation for sending encrypted and decrypted emails over the internet, paving the way for today's cryptography, secure internet messaging, information security, email authentication, and many more. The beating of the African drum can be caressed in a specific tempo, signifying danger, harvest, festivities, ceremonies, bereavements, new births, from one area to the next. Communication via the beating of the African drum existed long before ancient Egypt started using the papyrus as the writing material, which we are told by our ancestors. The papyrus was first launched at the beginning of the millennium, 3000 BC. The beating of the African drum has been in existence long before the Malians or the Mali Empire started inscribing on scrolls made from goat skin. Lest I forget, Papa Africa says, would you believe the word paper is derived from the word papyrus from Egypt? Imagine that. The papyrus plant, botanically called Cyperus percamentheus, was the reed that once grew abundantly on the swampy beds of the Nile River. The papyrus plant, synonymous to Egypt at that time, was comparable to the bamboo plant or wild grass. I do not mean to digress, Papa Africa said, but apart from Egypt being the main exporter of grain, such as wheat, to the rest of the world at that time, Egypt was also once the main exporter of papyrus or paper. Rome and Greece can attest to this because their constitution and laws were once written on papyrus. And guess what? Shh! Egypt did not cut down any big trees to manufacture the papyrus writing material. Egypt rightfully guarded its manufacturing secret of papyrus for millenniums. The Bible's New Testament was first inscribed on papyrus from Egypt. Amazing, isn't it? Papa Africa said. Africans are genuinely linguists. Papa Africa said. This does not happen by accident. This is intertwined in their DNA because the African continent is vast with a range of languages. In order to survive, most have to speak 2, 3, 4, some even 5 languages in order to get by. This signifies the importance of the talking drums and how it has been used effectively over time, over generations, over millenniums to communicate from one kingdom to the next. Let's take a trip to modern-day Ghana, the eastern region, to visit the Ghana Badangwe festivals and see how the orator ensures the drummer translates every word he speaks. You don't have to understand the language, but paying close attention, you will be able to notice or to observe the correlation, the relation, the rhythm, the style in which the drummer translates the orator's speech. Let's just take a quick look and let's pay attention to the audience's appreciation to their culture.
Baby yaba say a pucho. Be a home yaba say Fuako and Nitumi. Ole Olokotoma. Ole Jugoyo. Ajo. Otto Samai. Papa Kutu Mape. Nimamao. Otto Samai. Ha! Kamaye. Rotua Blono. Nufelo Komi. Manye problem. Manye problem. I'm not only Papa my Doctor Michael Pesa White. Mune Ahiamo ka Obada Ghana Manale. Sama Hamo Manye. Seke Osudoku. Ye. Wahemo Atuku. Onumo. Nimeliano. Nilemabi. Nanomeabi. Memeliabi. Opiojinole. Fue oeno. Fue oeno. Yebleo. Bleo. Awesome. 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 Memeliano. Tumunyu. Tumunyu. Manyeba.